everybody's commenting. It's like a solid like 10 of y'all who comment on everything. But we had almost 1,000 subscribers, so don't even play me. At all.
That was a lot though.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot.
Hell yeah.
You about to get that K after your number.
She about to get the
Yeah.
Did he get like 1,000?
Hell no.
Oh.
It's a million.
Damn.
Alright, y'all. Welcome to the Sabre Show Live, where we control our own narratives and have the conversations that we need to have in order to empower our community. I'm your host, Miss Sabre. Shout out to Yada. Yada can't be with us today. Long story. I'll probably let y'all know about that like later on, like the next couple of episodes, because we were supposed to have a show last week. One of the main perspectives didn't just flake at the last minute, but we're not going to give that much energy because what?
Jesus.
No, because you don't do that. You don't say one thing and get the confirmation all of the time, like the whole week, and then the day of just fucking flake. Okay, we're not
Good energy.
Good, yeah. Anyway, so like I said, we host Mr. Brain. Shout out to Yada. You know, everybody. She's with us in spirit. She's you know, busy or whatever today. But yeah, we miss her. But anyways, I want everybody to introduce yourselves by. We're gonna do something a little different this time because of the topic. So I want you to introduce yourself by name, relationship status, and occupation. Vic.
My name is Vic. My relationship status, I'm taken. Sorry, ladies.
How about in a relationship? That's a little more mature. You taken?
I'm taken.
Okay. Alright.
No, I'm joking. I'm in a relationship, but
Okay.
it's AKA I'm taken.
Okay.
So, ladies, you missed out. What was the last one?
And your occupation.
Oh, I'm in the military.
That's vague.
That is vague.
Alright.
I mean, that's a military response.
We're trying to get niggas fired. This shit.
No, okay. Okay.
Hi, my name is Danielle Van Brakel.
Alright, let me clarify. I want you to say your first name.
Jesus.
Your first name. Your brief relationship status.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And your brief occupation. Okay.
Well, that's my name. I'm in a relationship and I'm an IT specialist.
A relationship?
Is that niggas?
Would you care to expand on that?
Not really.
Okay. Jean.
Name is Jean, also go by JP. I'm damn near married.
Speak up a little bit.
Oh, I'm damn near married.
Okay, shout out to Drea.
Shout out to Drea.
Okay.
And I'm an account manager for a nonprofit.
Cool.
I'm Damien, whatever you want to call me. I'm single, newly single, so you know, shit happens. And I'm a project management specialist for the government.
Project manager specialist, if you didn't hear that. And I have a show for all the people that can relate to Damien, whatever. We have a show that we did a couple weeks ago on how to deal with a breakup. Just to shamelessly plug that. I am.
I wanted to chime in on that. I wish I was there because I'm actually going through that right now.
Oh, wow.
So I wish
Yeah.
I could have been there for that one.
I know. Were you broken up by then?
Yeah, we broke up in like March.
Oh, that ain't new.
I mean,
How long were y'all together? How long were y'all together though? So yeah, that's new.
I'm about to say this fresh for him.
No one is hard, bro.
Seriously.
No.
that ain't new, don't worry.
No, not don't. Okay.
She's like, you should be over it by now.
See, you know what? This is the relationship I'm in now is the first real relationship that I've been in. So I don't know. So excuse my ignorance.
Yes.
All right.
Your excuses.
So let's get into the topic. Oh, wait. But first, before we get into the topic, the main topic, I do want to talk about Lil Duval and his recent comments about transgender, just about transgenders. What is the messages? And I'll play it really quickly for y'all.
I stand with Duval.
You stand with Duval, okay?
I stand with them.
Alright.
Tired of people apologizing for everything.
That ain't a girl. I met a boy. That means I met a boy. That ain't a girl. I'm not having sex. That means I met a boy. We're not having sex. We're not having sex. This might sound messed up. We're not having sex. She died. I can't deal with that. This might sound messed up. I can't do that. Now, dog, you manipulated me to believe in this thing. My mind, I can't. I'm gay. I do think I'm gay. No. Now, on Friday.
So basically,
taking away a person's power of choice. Yeah. You don't tell
Wait.
them up front. That's why when Janet Mock was
So basically, the whole LGBT community and trans community have an issue with Lil Duval saying if he basically was deceived by, if he had sex with a woman and then he later found out it was a transgender woman, that he would kill them. And then later on in the questioning or the interview, whatever, he was like, well, I would be so angry that I would want to kill them. Anybody have a problem with it? Because a lot of people have a problem with it. Anybody have a problem with this? What you
It's
think?
no problem with it. Like, that's deceit all the way.
Yeah.
Literally deceit.
I'm gonna say there is a problem with killing, but the fact that he said it, I don't think it's an issue because everyone has said, like, if anybody touched somebody I love, you know what I'm saying, I kill him.
Right.
But the act wasn't caused. It's just like he said it based off emotion. Like, if we having a civil conversation, it'd be like, how would you feel if another man just touched your butt? I'm gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It wasn't nothing like, it was just off guard and it was a reckless reaction. But because he is who he is,
Right.
everybody's gonna take stabs at him. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, if I would have said the same thing, I would just been like, it's not that I'm gonna literally kill a transgender person because I'm not like a homophobe or anything like that. It's just,
One thing I didn't like when Charlamagne was like, you can't just go around killing transgender people, but nobody said he was gonna go around killing transgender people.
Right.
He said if he was in the bedroom with one and did not know and he was deceived, deception makes everybody feel angry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if we was passing on a blunt right now and y'all told me it was only weed and there was a little crack in there and, and then I got, you know, so like I wanted another one, like I'm about to be addicted to crack, I would be so angry that I would want to, you know, hurt or kill someone.
But see, nobody's thinking about that aspect. They just see her kill transgenders, mix them up, boom.
And while I do empathize with people who's lost their loved ones, you know, from hate crimes, you just walking around being transgender, you know, and getting harmed is different from you deceiving someone. Because you as a transgender can deceive someone without it being sexual and someone might want to kill you. And it's not a hate crime. It's because you did something to deceive someone.
Right. That's why I agree with what Charlamagne said about you being honest in the beginning and telling that person.
Yeah.
don't they
saying,
usually
like,
like tell you up front? Well,
You're
I guess
supposed to.
everybody
They
does.
feel like they shouldn't have
Right.
to.
No, my whole thing is if you're on a first date, I don't think there's a need to, because what if the date goes wrong? But there's a second date coming, yeah, you should be like, you know what?
How do we even get to the date point? Like, it's a conversation before a date. You need
No, I don't think so. I think
If you see a girl out, she's transgender, but you don't know, ask her for your number. Oh yeah, let me take you out.
Look at the hands.
Just to let you know, I'm transgender. That should be right follow.
Right.
I don't
It
know.
shouldn't just be,
No.
let's go on a date. Let me tell you about all of my things that I want to accomplish, like with the person, without the person, and then you see
I
yourself
don't
being
even.
there,
Yeah.
and then
I think that would be nice.
they be like, boom.
But that's not
I'm
realistic.
trans.
though.
No, I think that would be nice and that would be considerate. However, I don't think that's necessary if you're going on a date. Now, if y'all talking about going farther, like in the bedroom, I think that conversation should just be before the bedroom. I don't care how soon or how late, just as long as it's before the bedroom.
I feel
In
like-
my opinion.
I feel like it should be way before that because at that point you're building attraction. If we're on date
Okay,
one
but you're
and this is classified as a date, then
Right,
it's
I'm gonna-
already
I'm-
attraction.
okay,
No,
then you'll
I
be
disagree.
attracted to a
For
transgender.
date one, there's not
That fucks me
necessarily
up,
an
though.
attraction.
But no,
There
but
has
it's
to
just
be
a
an attraction for
personality.
you even to want to go on a
But
date.
first of all,
there.
you have
Even to
the
know someone.
even when you make a friend, y'all can be real cool, and y'all may not ever go to the bedroom because that's just your friend. But I don't think that you should. I don't think it's necessary till the bedroom because you could still be, even if you do become attracted, or a straight man does become attracted to a transgender woman's personality or whatever. Once you find out that she's transgender, once she tells you, then you could just be like, oh nah, I don't want to stay with you though. We could just be friends because at the end of the day, that you still like that person's personality, and there's no law against that.
No, but Sabrina, the thing is like, by that point in time, I'm already investing time in you. I'm already emotionally, somewhat getting attached
And
to
if
you.
that is a nice person with a great character, it's nothing wrong with that.
I just think by that point in time, because of the emotion involved, it's like, I may not be as pissed, but I'll be mad. It's like, damn, you should have told me this like a while ago, because I'm under the guise that you're a woman. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going on a date, you feel like, I'm thinking you're a woman.
But that, whether they're born a woman or born a man, if they just have a cool ass personality and they like cool, like,
I mean, that's
it's
fine.
nothing wrong with not knowing that. It's just about the bedroom aspect to me. Now I don't know, guys. You know, technically, y'all may want to know.
Yeah,
before
coming
that.
from our perspective.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
we
if you
definitely need to
want to
know.
know.
You know what I'm saying?
Bill, I guess
That's
because
like-
y'all think about.
That's just
the
like you
sex
go on a
part.
date with somebody, you attract somebody, and they got HIV. They don't tell you that. Y'all on the first date, you getting attached, you like, yeah, I really like you, and then they say, well, I got HIV. Like, you spent all this time investing.
I wouldn't
yourself
think
in
that I
them.
was wasting time. I was like, damn, that's messed up. Like, I really like that guy.
Oh,
But he
what
got
if they-
HIV, so
what
I'm
if-
not going to have sex with him. But I would
What
still
if-
be cool with
what if,
her.
like, on the
She
show-
was attractive like
on the show,
that.
they said they waited until after they did something to tell you.
Nah, that's just
What?
I'm
Well,
stupid.
on the show, they said that they waited until after.
Oh, then that's fucked up. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
so
was
once
to
they
HIV.
get after,
I agree
Same
with
thing,
Duval
it's the same
though.
thing.
I'm gonna kill him.
No. Don't get me wrong. I agree with Duval, and I don't think he should apologize. I don't think Charlamagne should apologize because I'm tired of them making black comedians, black male comedians more specifically, and females too, bow down and apologize for everything. They don't make, apologize. What's the dude who just said nigga on his show? They didn't make him apologize. What was the dude's name who just said house nigga? I would be a house nigga. Bill Maher. Yeah, they don't make them bow down and apologize when they say something, so they should not do that to black comedians. And then at the end of the day, he is a comedian, and that's his opinion.
It's just,
Yeah, that was
again, the
my
whole
fault.
transgender, but nobody understands. It's like, there's this thing called stealthing. I don't know if y'all know about it, but it's like,
I know about that.
Yeah, so
I
it's-
listened to the Brilliant Idiots talk about that.
yeah, so it's like, I didn't listen to that episode, but it's
Yeah.
like, any girl would be mad if
Explain what stealthing is for
Alright,
people who don't know.
stealthing is when you secretly take the condom off in the middle of sex and you nut in her, right? So it's like, she has sex with you thinking that you're wearing a condom, you bend her over, you give her a few pumps, act like you're about to nut, pull out, secretly take the condom off without having that little pop effect, you go back in, and then you just finish it. She's thinking, hey, we used the condom, and you're like, I didn't. I took it off.
That's just as bad. I mean, it's just as
That's
bad.
literally deceit. So it's the
It's the
same
same thing. And
Yeah.
you will probably want to kill that person too. Or
Yeah.
you would think,
Yeah.
like you always say, like you said, I would kill that person if they did that, but that don't mean you're actually going to do it.
It's like a figure of speech.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
figure of
exactly.
speech. Right.
Because
You
it's
get
the
so
most
angry.
extreme action. Like that's
Yeah.
you'll be
Right.
so angry that you will want to kill that person.
And that's
but-
exactly what
Yeah,
you
like
said the second time.
no one with a functioning mind, of course, would think that he's actually going to kill the person. But I think
Right.
we all agree with the sentiment of being upset
Mhm.
to the point that you might do
Take
that.
them out to that anger point.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't think that he should apologize. I'm so glad that he kind of like stood his ground because he
Same.
still didn't apologize for that because he
I'm
didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say that any transgender walking down the street, I would kill them. He said he felt deceased, he would kill them, but not in a literal sense. He felt so angry that he would want to.
So, Lil Duval, if you out there, we support you. Not apologize.
We definitely support
Dog,
you.
support you. Man. Like, I'm just sick of everybody apologize. It's like, that shit get on my nerves. You only want an apology because your stupid feelings are hurt. Is that what it is? Like,
Yeah.
I already said what I said. I'm going to apologize. I'm going to just say the apology, but that doesn't change my viewpoint.
My thing is that if it's your opinion, you're never wrong about your opinion.
Basically.
Facts.
At the end of the
Basically.
day, it's your opinion.
It
They
should.
can't tell you you're wrong for saying that. I mean, they can. Could he been more,
Politically correct.
with
Yeah,
it?
of
Yeah,
course.
maybe. But like you said, he's a comedian. They don't have to be politically correct. That's their job, to make people feel uncomfortable about certain situations.
Right.
So
I do feel like certain people's opinion, depending on what it is, you shouldn't be outward with that. However, that is his opinion, not about something that's disconnected from him. That's something that he feels in something about his own personal space. It's not like he's saying oh, I think that somewhere overseas this should happen. Like, those opinions sometimes I don't know, depending on how harmful it is, I don't think that's acceptable. But he's talking about his own preference as a man. Like, come on now.
That's
But
why
anyway.
I feel as though they should be told in the beginning.
Way in the beginning, like before you even get your number.
Like, when we meet.
Nobody's gonna be like, hi,
That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
transgender.
That's
No.
that's
It's
what
not
it
that.
is.
It's like,
No,
hey,
you
you know, I
will.
think you cute, blah blah. You know, let me get your number.
So
Okay.
I'm transgender.
Just to let you know.
Just to I can give you my number, but just to let you know.
That's
If
admirable.
you-
That's
if you're
doing
confident enough to go get
Yeah.
this sex change, you should be comfortable enough with what people think.
Most
Yeah.
times, before I don't know if you guys just give off numbers like, hey, how you doing? Can I have your number? But
You
what
have
I'm
a
saying is,
conversation.
most times it's like a 10, 15, maybe even 20-minute long conversation.
Mhm.
What do you do? What are you doing here?
But
How long have you been here?
Let's
Oh,
be clear though. I feel like 95% of transgender look like transgenders. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
small percentage
Yeah,
of
yeah.
transgender women who actually look like women. There are some, they're bad.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
But I think that's such a small percentage. I think for the most part, you can definitely tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's going into a different aspect of it though. Like, we're not even talking about the same topic. We just mainly talking about if we didn't know.
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah, it's like right
Yeah,
before
no,
the-
I
most
feel you.
cases,
I was just
we
making
wouldn't
that
even
point.
approach. Like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
just making that point. Like,
Yeah.
because I feel like I don't want to mislead people thinking that they out and about like
Mhm.
so much where they would just be fooling the shit out of most people. I don't think they're doing that. I don't think they can. But whatever.
Might be fucked up. It's some scary looking ones. I'm sorry. It's some big.
I'm not gonna post on that. That is your opinion.
That's my opinion.
Where we going with this?
Some of them pass them, some of them they just slip a bit. Anyway.
That was some good water.
Well, you know, how about that income? No, but to today's topic, it doesn't matter if a woman earns more than her man, more as in money. We know that in the black community, because of mass incarceration, the prison industrial complex, and just going back to, slavery and Jim Crow, there's been, constant efforts to make the black community unstable and economically deprived. And even to this day, black people is the most unemployed group in this country. Group rate meaning race or whatever. And black men being even more unemployed than black women. So we're not talking about necessarily men being unemployed. However, a lot of times, a lot of situations that I know, a lot of people in my family, a lot of friends that I see and stuff like that, a lot of times the woman makes more money than the man. Have y'all seen that? Like, do y'all see that as that common? From what y'all see, I'm not saying on an individual basis,
No, I mean,
but I'm just saying.
It happens. I know it happens. I just don't know how common.
I don't know how common it is. Like, from me knowing all the people that I know that's in a relationship, I don't see it often.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's out there. I just don't know how common it is.
It's definitely common.
It's definitely common, but I don't think that it matters if she makes more, as long as the respect is there. As
Yeah.
long as that
Right.
man can still be the
Right.
man of the house and you're not belittling him because he makes less than you.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say
If that's
yes
the
and
case,
no.
then I think that it's okay, but
Okay, Danny, why do you think does it or does not matter? You say yes or no.
It matters and it doesn't matter. So say for instance, someone give me a perfect example. If my man's a teacher, we know he's capping out at a certain point. They say
Right.
like between 48 to 55 if he's strictly a teacher.
Right.
Okay, with me being an IT specialist, sky's the limits for me.
Right.
So you have a commendable job. I respect you for what you're doing. You're passionate about it. You love it. I'm not gonna have an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have an issue if you're like, oh yeah, I'm selling mixtapes
Right.
on the street.
Right.
It's just like that's unacceptable,
Right,
At
yeah.
that point, it will matter because you're not doing anything. Like, yeah, you might be passionate about music, but what are you doing to further your career?
Okay, so it matters like what their career choice is and if that means
And how are they like really just pushing themselves to make more of it?
Right.
If that makes sense,
So you're saying their goals matter?
The goals always matter, of course.
Yeah, but I'm saying like pertaining to their career.
To their- yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, even if you're like I said, the bottom of the totem pole, what is your goal to, gradually move up?
Right. Or it depends on your dreams too, because like you said, like if a woman wants to be a lawyer, if that's her dream, of course she's gonna likely make more than if her man was a teacher and that was his dream to educate children or whatever. So
I agree. It's like it doesn't matter as long as it's for the betterment of the relationship. Just don't emasculate me in that process.
So have y'all seen that though? Have y'all seen or experienced that, like where if the woman makes more, that she kind of belittles or emasculates the man? Have you ever seen that or experienced that?
No.
I actually have.
Okay,
I
speak
don't
up
like,
a little bit.
I don't want to say like nobody's name.
No, don't
What
say
is
anybody's
the
names.
story?
Tell us the
Yeah.
story.
Alright, so John and Jane,
I just say Jeff and whatever, Jennifer. She actually works for the government too, but she makes like 150.
Speak up just a little
She makes like 150K a year.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband was in logistics, which he only made like maybe 50,000, so $100,000 less than she made.
Mm-hmm.
And she paid all the bills in the house, like the mortgage. She took care of that the whole time. Now he paid, the light bill, gas bill, stuff like that. She also bought him a car. So everything that he's supposed to be doing, quote unquote, she was doing. So she was complaining about that, like, I pay everything, you don't need to be here. Like, I don't need you here. And a couple months down the line after that, she got divorced. She said, you're just stagnant. I don't want a stagnant guy. So she divorced him, and she happy being single now. She doing whatever she want to do. So, pretty bad situation because he was kind of messed up. He was 40-something years old going back to live with his mother.
I feel like the flaw was not in, first of all, let's be clear, a woman needs a man, regardless of how much money he makes. That's just it. A woman needs a man needs a woman. That's just what it is.
Right.
But by you being,
think that they don't need a man.
well, yeah, we
These days, with the feminist movement.
Yeah, we had a show on that too. Let me plug that. It was Our Black Women Too Independent for Black Men. Go check that out. It's that's our highest rated show. I broke down feminism and why Black women shouldn't be feminists and how we food into
I was
feminism.
on that show too, right?
Yes, Vic was on that. So that's a whole nother thing. But also, it goes back to even slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, the slave master would make sure he emasculates the black man in front of the black family. You know what I'm saying? So to take away the power and to show that, hey, I have power, not him. So you can't even look to him for support or, being provided for. So, and a lot of people have that post-traumatic slavery syndrome where a lot of that stuff is passed down into today. And then you got, like I said, certain systems set up against black men so it can have that same type of concept just in modern times. But it's his flaw in your story was the fact that he wasn't trying to better himself. He wasn't a go-getter. He wasn't a hustler. He didn't show that, yeah, you make this because that's what your job is, but I work every day. I work hard. I make sure this is taken care of, that's taken care of, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Because that's still about being a man in the house. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You can still be a man in the house.
If my wife made $100,000 and I made $60,000 and our mortgage was $2,000 and we agreed to split it half, I'm paying half of everything. I'm not allowing her to pay more than I pay. I don't care if I only leave me with $200 left for 2 weeks. I'm gonna pay that half in order to make me feel, what I'm saying, like
Right.
I'm doing my half. Although she may have $4,000 or $5,000 left on her, she get paid, but I still gonna pay my half. Just to save my man, basically, like my pride about the situation. So I don't even like women paying for me when they take me out. Like when we go out together, I don't like women paying for me.
You should let a woman pay for you sometimes.
Sometimes, but yeah, I don't like it. Like my dad always told me a woman never touch a chair, a check, or a door, and that's what I live by. So
shout out to his dad.
Seriously.
Vic doesn't agree with that. Y'all should go check out that episode.
You don't agree with that?
Hold on.
Oh,
We're not about to relive that episode, all right?
Please. I mean, no, just say your take on it because I know it's different.
My take on it was, as far as the check, it was that perspective until I got into my relationship. But the door, not so much. If we're walking to the car and I happen to be on the passenger side, of course I'm gonna get the door first. Or if I'm walking first, of course I'm gonna get the door for you. But I like an independent woman. At the same time, I feel some type of way if you get to a door and stand there and I'm 10 paces behind you, no, you can open the door.
Yeah, that shit is whack.
No.
I mean, there's different strokes for different folks.
I mean, why are you 10 paces in front of? I mean, like why?
You could have dropped your keys. You know what I'm saying? You could have had to. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure the door locked while she walking.
I mean, open the door. You can still grab him like, all right, go ahead.
You drop your keys.
I mean, I open doors too, but like I don't like. I've seen women like just stand in front of the doors. Like,
yeah, like
are you allergic to the fucking doors?
Literally stand there like you're not gonna get the door.
There's nothing wrong with treating a woman like a queen.
No, definitely.
I don't mind if she's standing. That's just letting me know that she knows her value. Like, I don't know treating nothing less than a queen. So
I've done just door from the door before.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
not
Those
gonna
powerful
open it.
words, and you really making me look like a piece of shit right now.
now.
Hey man,
that's not my. That's not
like that.
my.
I'm like, damn. Our relationship is just not like that. You know what I'm saying? If he had to go get something in the car, he'd come up, I'll open the door. I know today I ain't gonna lie. I was like, but when I do open the door, I'd be like, Steppy, like, you get the rest.
I mean, I go back and forth. Sometimes I stand, open the door. Other times, like,
But I really don't do it on purpose. A lot of these doors be
actually
heavy.
heavy.
Like legit.
No.
Not like the house door.
if
But
you're
like,
struggling with the door, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you better get that door.
Like,
You better put a little oomph in it. Nah, I'm gonna get the door.
arm muscles.
It's just like every time I'm not gonna run to go get the door. It's like I know you're an independent woman, you're strong, you're a valued woman, of course, but
So what else are
Same
you
time.
doing for your girl to make her feel special then? Or to like be that gentleman for her?
what do you mean?
Blessing her with his presence. I think that's enough.
Yes.
Ooh.
I give her
Is it?
everything she needs.
That's not enough.
Is
I
that
give her everything she needs. I cater to her, everything. Well,
he probably
I don't
does
touch
like
feet.
romantic,
Yeah.
you know,
I
I don't touch feet,
gestures
so
and
let's
stuff
not
like
go
that.
too far. I don't touch feet.
It is like so many like limitations. I can't.
It's
I
just
touch your feet and I'm in the door. Oh, you want
No,
flowers? Pick them yourself. Bring them.
I'll attempt to woo her. I mean, I don't really buy flowers that often because they got it next week. But
I just got flowers a couple days ago.
oh, that's what's up.
Shout out
That's
to
what's
Chris.
up. Hey, one time.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
But no, I don't buy flowers. But like I went away for a week,
Uh-huh.
and she was like, I'm gonna miss you. I was like, okay. So every day, literally that morning, I text either like a inspirational good morning or like a you're beautiful good morning, and it was
That's
like
nice.
different each for the 5 days that I was gone. But
That's
each day
nice.
it was different. So it's like I make her feel special in different ways. I just
Yeah.
don't. The doors, man. It's just you can get a door, bro. I'm not gonna walk around the car if I'm at the driver's side first. Come on, cuz.
You must have had a bad experience.
I open the car door for her to get in, but exiting we just go out.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
exit. I don't
Yeah.
open the door.
I think that's too much for me to go all the way around the car, open the door.
But so you are not.
Okay, what about the double doors though? What about the double doors?
We're double.
Huh?
You know when you walk into a nice restaurant, there's the initial door,
Okay.
and then there's the gap, and then there's another door. You do both.
That's when she stands. That's,
Nah,
Now,
You should already be through that
my
second door.
boyfriend gets the first
Teamwork,
door.
right?
if I get the first
second
door, you
door.
can get the second door. Like, don't stand at that door. Don't stand at that door. 'Cause most likely, if it's 4 people behind me, I'm still
You're still
holding
on
the
that
door.
door.
And I'm like, come on, guys. Get
I
it.
always empathize with guys when they end up holding the door for like a whole elderly family and
What?
some kids.
They got the walkers and shit. They walking in slow.
You still gotta hold the door.
Yeah, they try to
Yes.
make you feel bad. Like, no, it's okay. Like, no, I'm gonna just hold the
So
door.
let's get off these goddamn doors real quick. So, y'all, I need the fellas, and Danny too. What are things like? Say a guy does make less than their woman or whatever. What are some things that guys can do to still be, you know, the man in the relationship, the provider or whatever, to
Maintain
show?
the house. Like mow the
Oh.
lawn.
Oh.
If something's
like-
broken,
Oh.
can we like fix the toilet?
I agree with that.
Those are
But I'm
natural, like, mid
But I'm just saying, like, yeah,
So
that's-
even if we make
so just
more
make
than
sure-
one, those are natural.
I guess
yeah.
those things should be done without a request. Like if you see something, you know, the sink is broken, you just
Is
notice
that
it,
just
fix
because they
it.
make less or?
I mean,
That's a
in
general-
general, that you
But
made
I'm
about
sure-
saying that
but
you
you
go to
don't have
houses, their lawns aren't mowed, the house is a mess. We keep saying, oh yeah, they should be already doing it, but nowadays men don't do this. They don't. Oh, I'm busy too. I'm tired too. There's always excuses of why things aren't getting done in the household. But we all just agree that should be done, correct?
I mean, that should be done, period. But it's not because you make less. It's just like
I mean,
when you make less, or if your girlfriend's holding most of the thing, or your boyfriend, or whatever, if your wife is holding most things down, I think that there should be more of an effort to make sure things are done in other ways. Is basically what we're saying. I don't think you're saying like, you know, if I make more money, then you need to tend to the home. Like, you need to make sure the dishes are washed, the floor is
in
swept.
general, like, instead of saying, oh, yeah, I haven't mowed the lawn in a month, it's like, all right, it's been like 2 weeks, get out there, do what you gotta do.
Because let's be clear, if a woman is home and the man is providing, what is expected of us?
Clean
Food
house,
is cooked,
food, everything.
food is on,
laundry.
Even that goes to say, like, even when we made equal or whatever, like, you should tend to the inside of the house, and I should tend to the outside.
Most times,
that's how
men, if you have your own home or like wherever you're staying, for one, like we're gonna notice that before the woman notice anyway. We're gonna walk outside and be like, damn, I really need to cut the grass.
Yeah.
Or we gonna, like, most times it's like, if it's construction or something that needs to be done, we're like, dang, I gotta replace that door, or we're gonna notice that first.
See, I don't complain about anything I'm not willing to do. So if the grass ain't cut,
That's a good theory.
I will not complain about that motherfucker.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I'm not willing to do it.
I mean, I've cut the grass before, so I'm gonna
I
complain.
never have cut the grass before in my
Really?
life. Never in life.
I used to have fun doing it.
I never have cut the grass in life.
But I know I can't do. I have terrible allergies. So
I
I cut
okay.
the grass, or I get in there with you dying. So
Yeah, that's what mom do like that.
Oh, God.
Hey,
No, my
No, it's probably like skin
Oh,
allergy.
No,
really bad.
allergies will trigger my asthma depending on how bad.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Stay away.
Straight up.
But I'll do, but you gonna have to take care of me because I'm gonna be dying for at least a week.
No, you
up,
got to do
You
myself.
can use that to your advantage. Go out there and snip some grass and like, babe, I'm sick. You take care of it.
Straight up.
Just real quick. I cut 2 patches one time.
Straight up. I ain't cutting the grass. Straight up.
Well, you pay for it or something,
Yeah, I
right?
pay for
Yeah. The same thing.
I think a substitute though, like since the man will be having some extra funds, maybe plan more trips. So while she's paying, not to say she has to pay all the bills, but since I'll have some extra funds, I'll pay my half, whatever. I could plan more trips.
Very
And
good.
we'll go out.
That's
Is
good.
this topic for marriage or
You gotta think about it though.
or like just any relationship?
I would say if you're in a
paying
relationship,
half-
maybe hold on, wait. So we're gonna clarify what the situation is. So maybe y'all together. It would have to be y'all like cohabitating or something.
Right.
Not necessarily married, but like living together type of thing. Because if y'all don't make the same money and y'all live separate, it really doesn't matter because y'all both would just meet up
Right.
and do stuff else. You know, we're talking about some more so like cohabitating or marriage.
And I said that because like marriage is what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine type of thing. So
Right.
A lot of people don't carry it like that.
they don't, and that's a big problem that I think because if you do more stuff together, you can get more accomplished versus your money's your money.
I totally agree with that.
Right.
We're gonna have our next episode is gonna have to do with marriage, and I want to ask some married people that question because we could talk about it all day. If the money should be separate or together or what, but only married people know like
What's best.
what works for them. They can give us like live examples. But
Right.
what were you saying, Vic? We forgot. I'm sorry. So, basically, I feel like it doesn't matter if the woman makes more than the man. It just depends on the man and the woman's attitude towards it. Because the woman could be, you know, like you said, belittling the man or emasculating the man or carrying him like he's less of a man because you make more of the money. But on that same token, the man can't be insecure and like showing off his insecurities because even if the woman is like, hey, I make more than you, but I don't care, you know, I don't want to carry it like that. You still the man in the house to me. You still the man in this relationship. And that's how I'm going to show it. And he can be like, just throw like little subliminal temper tantrums or just show some type of insecurity because maybe on the inside he feels like he's not enough. You know, that could cause some stuff too. Would y'all feel insecure or whatever if y'all made less than y'all girl?
Had you asked me that like 2 years ago, I would have said yeah. I felt some kind of way, but like I'm older now, so it's like.
No, that does come with immaturity though. You know,
Yeah.
what about you?
I don't think so because like I said, as long as they respect it, I wouldn't mind. I'm a big keeper on respect. Like
Yeah.
respect goes both ways. I never call you out your name or anything, so I demand the same respect with anything. If I ask anything, it shouldn't be like, well, I make more. It shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be like, all right, babe, whatever. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the decision you make. Because you're the man. Whatever. But I wouldn't be insecure about it though.
Yeah. What about you?
Nah, I definitely wouldn't be insecure. Like he said, it was just like respect thing. As long as you guys talk about it, and then like she is completely 100% fine with, you know, your situation, because it could be you can make less, but you love what you're doing.
Right.
You could be making like 40,000, but you just absolutely love your job.
Have a passion for it. As long as she don't compare you.
Well, I think that the only way, though, that you will really know if that woman doesn't have a problem or doesn't think little of you is in a goddamn argument. Otherwise, she can say whatever. She can say whatever normal, but when y'all get into an argument, you're going to be all types of broke-ass niggas.
Yeah. Drunken argument, that's...
Yeah.
All
Give her
It's
a
a
bottle
wrap.
of wine and...
That's when
It's
you
a
find
wrap.
out how she really feels. Like,
Right.
And then she hit you, I ain't mean it. Yes, you did.
Oh, no, I knew exactly.
You
But it's
meant
cool.
every
Don't worry
word.
about it. It's cool. I'm going to keep that in the back.
But one thing to also keep in mind is, like, the roles can easily reverse. Because I've seen times
I
when
was gonna
the
say
girl
that.
makes so much more money and the guy's not. And then, you know, once he really established himself and, you know, get in the swing of his career, he makes way more.
Right.
So it
That
goes
was-
that way, too.
That was probably an issue of him being insecure about it then. Like, because if you need to belittle her after you feel like you make more than her, then...
No, not belittle. I'm just saying how the roles are reversed as far as, like, she started off making more money. And then, you know, maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, you know, he comes up and he starts really making money.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, sometimes on both sides, you kind of have to just, you know, wait the storm.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And I'm not being...
You're saying like a good thing. All right.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Because it was like that.
Right.
It was like that in my relationship. You know, at first, because I didn't go to college, he did. So I had more work experience with my career and time in my career. So when he graduated, everything he was doing was like entry level. You know, versus me, I was already kind of established in my career. But I didn't care. I didn't look at him as, oh, he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Because...
Potential.
I saw the potential. He was working hard to the goal, and like now, you know, it ain't like that no more. I don't make no more money than him. So, and he doesn't look at me like that. He doesn't treat me, you know, like that. But it really just depends on the foundation and the potential also. But if you like, do y'all watch Insecurity?
I watched the first season. I didn't catch up on it.
Do y'all don't watch Insecurity?
It's
HBO?
funny.
I watched the first episode.
Well, Lawrence, the male character in there, he wasn't even trying like in the beginning.
Yeah.
And she kind of like, you know, weighed on her a little bit, and she kind of was blown because he would do stuff like feel down about it and carry that attitude, like that depression, like, oh yeah, I know it's your birthday, but let's just chill, cause I'm depressed about my situation of me not making, you know, you really holding everything down that it's rubbing off on you, and it's really like, now I don't want to go out for your birthday, now I want to do this, now I want to do that. So yeah, that will like forge something in the relationship, but you just still have to be a go-getter. You have to be, you know, constantly working, constantly trying to, you know, be on the grind.
But it's also how she react to it too, though.
Yeah, she was for a long time, you know.
I think I heard about it. She cheated on him.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
But at first,
But he was being faithful though.
Whoa, wait, put it in perspective now. He was on the couch for years.
No,
I'm not excusing because you shouldn't cheat. just
He didn't
because
have
of
no
that.
job, like, or was he like working?
No, it's 4 years. He didn't have anything.
He didn't
But
have no job.
He had
For
4 years?
Yes.
But from what I heard a little bit of that situation, like I guess he had too much pride to go get something like a Best Buy retail kind of thing.
Right, because he had a degree
Yeah,
or
he
something.
finally did the Best Buy thing,
So he
though.
finally did, right,
But
later.
by
But this was years later, so I'm pretty sure this is years of her being like, damn, I gotta do everything.
But he was faithful. I think he was tempted to do that, or some girl was like trying to
Yes.
throw herself at him, and
Yes.
he said no.
Yeah, so he was faithful, and the girl, Issa cheated on him eventually. But like I said, there was an example of, it was her birthday, because he was so down and distraught about him not having a job. He was like, yeah, let's just stay in. And she's like, well, damn, I had to bust my ass all month and pay all the bills. And now it's my birthday. We can't even go nowhere. You know, it's not like he had no money. He just, you know, he could have done something.
I was like, I don't know what he was gonna do with no.
No, he had some money. He had some unemployment coming in.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he could have did something.
He could have did something.
He could have did something.
Even if it was an old, like, you know, when you then if you sit on the couch all day, you can think of a zillion ways to be creative.
Exactly.
Okay.
True.
So I'm not excused. I don't think that you should cheat if you're in a relationship. I don't condone cheating. Period. But I'm just saying, in the right context, because people was like in the show, people that watched the show was condemning, you know, Issa. The men usually were condemning Issa for going out there, even entertaining the thought of something else. But it was a lot of context to lead up to that.
Well, they were still together though.
Right, and that's what I said. I'm not condoning or excusing that. I'm definitely not excusing that because you could just break up.
Yeah, make that unhappy. But 4 years out of the first year, no, the second year probably. If you still not looking for a job,
that's a whole year is long enough.
That's a long time to be.
I mean, you say he's not looking for a job.
He wasn't looking for a job at first. You saw the season, right? He was because he was so
He was trying to start his
discouraged.
own.
He was trying to start his own
Okay, so
business.
he's trying to do
But
something.
he was never consistent. It wasn't like he was, you know, foot on the pavement every day, grinding, hustling. He was like half-assing it a little bit.
Okay, then I give it a solid year. I'm gonna see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you still,
And that's what she was saying. She was like, okay, well, you know, it's been however much time, you know, you can still work on your stuff on the side, but let's bring in some money.
Exactly. Well,
When he finally got on,
And then when he finally got on and he found out that she cheated,
I'm gone.
it was very
Can
unfortunate.
y'all, how would y'all feel about him doing that though? Coming from a
But
lady's
listen,
perspective.
but if she would have cheated, I'm pretty sure he would have stayed with her. I don't watch the show, so I don't know.
If you said if
If
she
she
didn't
didn't
cheat,
cheat,
they would
yeah.
have been together.
So that's her fault then.
It is her fault. It is.
I'll be kicking myself in the ass like, damn.
And she is.
That's-
he don't really.
Yes, and I know that Issa, like if I was Issa, I would be hurt.
That's the best payback, bro. I
It is.
swear.
The-
dog.
yeah.
I
I'm
swear.
saying,
is.
like, if she
It's
was
so real.
faithful, hey, trips.
Right, yeah, if she was faithful,
Yeah.
she would have gotten, you know, I guess the benefits of all of that waiting
Right, so that's why the
and
guys
staying
were
true.
condemning her for doing that because.
No, but
this
they was
is
going calling her
hard,
all
though.
types of.
She,
Yeah.
she chose to
But-
go make that decision, and now look
Yeah.
how she regret it because she didn't want to stick through. I mean,
The
granted he
hard
wasn't
times.
right. Granted he wasn't trying at first, but
Yeah.
you saw some type of like you said, you saw potential. You saw some
Right.
type of effort. And he had a good program, so
Yeah.
like she just chose to just because an old guy came back, she would reconnect with him. She would try.
Yeah, that really
And
blew
don't
me. Shit.
like
That
I
was
always
her
encourage
downfall.
like don't put yourself in positions where something like that can happen, especially if
Right.
in a relationship.
That was her biggest mistake
Yeah.
by even putting herself in
In
that
that
position.
position.
It wasn't even like, you know, something that fell out the sky. The guy just fell right there and she was attracted to him from back in the day. Like, she sought him out, put herself in that compromising position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what really made
And
it fucked
regretted
up.
it immediately. Like,
Right.
But you knew what you were doing. Like,
That's what made her condemn her.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you
No,
put
no, no,
yourself-
but
that's my biggest thing.
It's
about
like they
relationship.
condemned her without really thinking about Lawrence and his, like I said, it was her birthday. That was like an example of him not putting in any effort. You know what I'm saying? To make his girl feel special.
Well, yeah,
And
he
that
did
matters
lose
a lot to a
yeah,
woman.
Yeah,
yeah,
he did lose it because he made it seem like, you know what I'm saying, he cared, but he didn't care. That's what
Because it was
made
like he
seem
was so comfortable, he knew they was going to be together anyway,
Right.
so he was just like, whatever.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, it's like, yes, condemn Issa, but within context. Like, yeah.
Yeah. That's
But that's my biggest thing in a relationship though. Like, don't put yourself in a position where
That's
you
key.
can compromise what we have. If you're not happy, just say that. Like,
Right.
a lot of problem with the era now is people are not honest, like at all.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. I'm bluntly honest. That's my problem though. Like a lot of people don't like blunt honesty. They say you mean or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's just how I feel. Like
Yeah.
I can't change how I feel. Like, I'm gonna tell you if something happened immediately. I'm gonna tell you like I don't like that.
I learned how to do that from my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because he's
You
like
have
that
to-
too.
yeah, you have to be.
Because
you
at
have to
first
be
I would try to
honest.
always find a way, you know, to say it or to say that, you know, like I'm just saying in life, you know. But now it's just like, hey, this is how I feel, and you got to take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because at least you know that if they take it, they fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And if they leave it, then they don't.
Because if you're lying, even about like stupid stuff or sugarcoating, and like once
Yeah.
they find out, they're gonna like, oh, you're a liar because you said this and now it's this.
Right.
But if you're honest from the beginning, like women always say, I like an honest person, but when you be honest with them, they do not like it. They be
Oh,
like,
it took some getting used
nah,
to.
I'm
It
good.
took some
I'm
getting
gonna back
used to.
off you. You know what I'm saying? So
It definitely took some getting used to. Niggas like that too. It took some getting used to to in my relationship for the honesty. Because at first it was just like, what did you just say? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's definitely better than the other way of sugarcoating and lying or whatever.
I mean, I didn't use to sugarcoat it, but in my previous relationship, I just used to shut down. Like, I just walk out the room, I don't talk to you. You could be yelling and screaming. I'm just looking at TV. No attention, like nothing. I just shut down.
For how long?
Until the shit blows over.
Until it's just like,
until
we're
it's
not talking about
done.
it no more.
Like, most times, like, by the next day, it just disappears. Like, we good again. But, like, I just didn't, like, want to talk about it.
That power.
That's what I'm saying, like,
yeah.
I'm with you.
So,
I still kind of shut down.
It's not good.
You can't do that.
No,
So,
you have to communicate and say how you
I
feel.
shut down for that moment, but then, like, I'll have a sit down and like, yo, this
Then
is...
that's
Okay.
then that's not all the way shutting down. Because sometimes you have to collect.
When is your sit down, though?
It depends on how
next day?
It depends on the circumstance, how big it was. Like something small, like the next day. But like I definitely shut down, and then we have a little powwow.
I feel like if it's something big, sleep on it the next day. If it's something small, you should be able to collect your thoughts together and before that next day. You know what I'm saying?
It's a problem like with communication nowadays because everybody thinks communication is an argument. Like you don't have to argue. Like you can sit here and debate anything or have like a regular conversation without it escalating to like fuck you too. And I'm saying like you don't have to go to that level. It's just like you did something I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Either show me that you want to correct it or say like, oh, I'm sorry, next time it won't happen. And
right.
A lot of people like, fuck, I'm an independent woman. You
You don't want them.
You gotta be willing to like put your feelings to the side and compromise and make your, you know what I'm saying, your partner happy.
What's the time on that, Vic? Let me know, y'all.
46 minutes.
We about to wrap up the show. I'm so glad that all the guests came and that we really had a good time and we touched on, I believe, everything. So I guess the moral of the story is it really shouldn't matter if a woman makes more than her man. It depends on the woman's attitude towards a man and it depends on the man's insecurities or whatever. So everybody would agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. Like again, shout out to Yada who couldn't be here, the co-host. I'm your host, Mr. Bray. On all social medias, we'll have everybody's social media on the screen. So we will see you next week with a new show.
Thank y'all for watching.
Peace.
Yes.